Hi, Biffs.
Hey, Beth.
Dear Abby.
Dear
Dear
Kiki.
Captain.
Red flag.
Cheers to you.
Desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry
Loser
you.
power.
Love you like I love you.
wine.
Don't talk to yourself.
Cheers, Biff. Cheers.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. This is Ill-advised. Hi, Biffs.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to Ill-advised.
The podcast where two best friends, these two best friends, tell you what to do when someone else already has. I don't know why I had to add that.
Like your boyfriends.
And not your boyfriend's friend?
Okay.
Fuck that bitch.
I can rock with it.
Yeah, all right, good.
Why fuck that bitch if she or they haven't told you what to do?
All right.
You meant fuck that bitch as in your boyfriend.
Well, I was thinking like fuck that bitch if they're telling you what to do, but now that I think about it, it doesn't make sense.
This is why we love to think.
This is why we think before we talk.
No, nobody does that.
No, it's underrated.
We just love to think after.
Imagine if people thought
Shoot
before they
first.
spoke.
Then ask
Cream.
questions.
Oh, then ask questions.
Beth, we're about to skip right to the wine, okay? I can't do a whole episode like this. I'm drinking.
Yeah, we're drinking. Let's just do the wine, shall we? We'll do the wellness check after.
We shall.
Let's just do it. Okay, we're drinking a Vaga Prosecco DOC, which of course we know it's. Hold on, ready? We've done enough of these, right? That I should know. Domicinazione. Controllata. Let's see, am I right? What is it? Great. Of course, the first fucking one that doesn't have it written down. So we're just going to say I'm right.
Should I Google it real quick?
No, fuck that shit. They should know better. They should know they should be on a podcast.
I just liked your O.
They're award winning.
I know. They are. We've admittedly
Tried this
had this
last
one before.
episode, but you guys don't know because Rachel had a different one.
Yeah, but also I think you did briefly mention, because I remember talking about the pretty bottle.
Oh, we totally talked about it, but I edited it out.
Oh. Then you
so
guys
we can have this
don't
again.
know.
Sorry for cheating. You.
Then I take that all back.
Oh,
Let's try this.
let's try it. There's actually nothing in here in terms of a description. It's just a Prosecco. And
I mean, when it says award-winning wine,
what else do
right
you
on
need?
the label, exactly.
But to cheers with your best
We're
friend.
not describing shit.
Nope.
We don't need to. We win.
We win. We won.
We whine.
We won and whine. This is wonderful. So for those of us who follow us regularly, we had their...
Yeah, those of us who follow
Yeah,
us.
for those of us who follow us too. We had their Pinot Grigio a few episodes ago, and when I saw that they had a sparkling wine or a Prosecco, I had to get it because we loved the Pinot Grigio. And this is like a sparkling Pinot Grigio. It's delicious.
It really is.
It's perfect.
I do love it.
I do enjoy it. I would take this to a winery
Especially...
and be like, you don't make this. Can we just be here?
just have glasses for this bottle? We'll buy the cheese and cracker board, though.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
We'll bring a blanket, too. so you don't have to bust out your hospital paper.
Also, we'll be off of the property, so we don't have to pay anything.
We're literally across the road in the woods.
We're just drinking wine near a winery.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
That's what you do at a winery.
Right.
Oh.
No one goes there for the wine. You don't go local wine.
You don't go for the wine. You just go to get drunk in public.
Right. You can just say, I went to a winery.
Yeah.
Or a winery.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever. How you doing, Beth?
I am doing... I blew up therapy and haven't called back.
That's a dynamic factor, though, right? Like, there was just
Yes.
this one wasn't for you.
Right, but I'm dreading that conversation.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's not. I wonder if therapists just, not that I'm saying ghost them, but I'm wondering if therapists like
Feel the
are
same.
used to that. Well, that's another one too. Why wouldn't we think that maybe we would be,
Therapists are like, great.
or that they're human?
Right.
Like, that's it.
That they don't still
That
get to
they're
be
human.
like, oh my God,
Yeah.
Betty's coming.
Like, I bitch about my job. Why don't you bitch about yours?
'Cause
Or
it's
why wouldn't you,
illegal,
rather?
too.
That's very true. That's
No,
very
I'm just
true.
kidding. I agree with you.
But you know what?
I
I bet
agree.
you'd be hard-pressed to find a therapist that hasn't spoken to one person about details in their sessions.
Absolutely.
But I mean, like, how else do you
They
deal
can't.
being
I
a
was gonna
human?
say. I was
Like,
gonna say they wouldn't be able to be human
right.
without being like, oh my god.
So what are you thinking in respect to you in terms of having this conversation? You gonna ride it out, or you gonna ghost him? You gonna cold turkey her?
Honestly, I think I thought about going around her and calling the
The practice.
practice and just asking for someone else.
Someone with a little bit more
Yeah.
depth.
Yeah, not even depth, just like I need an old person.
Well, that was French for experience.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
So I don't want to have that conversation with her. I just don't. I don't want to be like, look, you're cool. We'd be friends in real life. But
Oh my
But
God.
if just chatting with my best friend
I'd asked you for advice at a
was
bar.
enough, right, then I wouldn't need therapy.
Right.
So I think I'm just going to call the place and be like, hey, she's super great. I just
She's not for me.
I just don't feel it's a fit. So if there's someone else, and then they can do my dirty work.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is what they're there for. I don't know that there's no right approach. But I think that your approach is better than like, see ya.
Just ciao.
Yeah.
Like I thought about. Last week I was like, I ain't fucking going. And then I was like, oh my God, I can't do
I
this.
can't do this. Oh my God.
Anyways, how you doing?
I have therapy tomorrow.
Great.
And I need it.
Oh.
I'm doing so good, Beth. So good.
Which one was sarcasm?
All of it.
Okay. Great.
Let's see. My
Glad
mental
we're still
health.
friends.
My mental health on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being great, 1 being not great. We're at a good 3 right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I just got laid off.
Oh,
Yeah. And so I'm trying to figure out, there's just so much.
so much.
There's so much around this topic and my career in general and the timing of it. There's just a lot to unpack here. So I'm looking for more work, and that's okay. Things are going to be okay. But
Absolutely.
of course,
But in the meantime, right.
you know, your mind goes where it goes, and it's just whatever.
Yeah, no, I admittedly been not concerned, just you've been on my mind with how you're dealing and processing. And obviously I know you, and
I have been dealing with food the best way I know how.
fuck.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
I'm coming over way more often.
I'm so sorry I didn't tell you. But I've been cooking for days.
Good
and
grief.
eating and enjoying it, and like, you know, it's all catharsis. I'll be back on track. I made a conscious decision to be back on track next week in terms of my personal goals and my fitness, because I do need something to propel me and keep me motivated.
Of course, yeah.
So, and I know that's how I work best. I'm not saying this is for everyone. So I'll be okay. Everything will work out the way it's supposed to, because I believe, and I know you don't, but I believe you need more justification than I do, that everything happens for a reason.
I love it. I love that for you.
It's working for me right now.
You've come a ways from like the world's over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything's ending.
I know. Yeah. I was anticipating this. I just wasn't anticipating it now, you know?
Yeah.
And I just wasn't prepared for that. But, you know, and I was also like updating my resume and getting ready for more work and all of that stuff. So, but there are a lot of things on the horizon for me. You know, I have credentials. I have, you know, my education, my well-being, my health, my family, my son, my best friend, my partner, and which all fall under family.
Am I your best friend and partner?
Yes.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah. And, you know, things will work out the way they're supposed to. And I really believe that.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And also that makes me worry less.
Does
I
it?
guess. I mean, I'm still going to be like, oh my God, is Biff okay?
See, now I would think
but
if it were you, I'd worry more. I'd be like, who is this bitch?
Well, I just know, I guess in general, I just know the work you've been putting in personally.
That's true. That's true. It's been a big focus for me.
Yeah.
To just be a better human. Not so much like, yes, there are the areas I'm working in on myself and my reactions and the way that I perceive things and the way that I move forward and yada, yada, yada. But a lot in general, I want to be just a better person. I don't want to think the worst of people. I don't want to treat people in a certain way based on a reaction. Like, I'm learning about me and what makes me tick.
I think that combined with like whether I'm good or not in this very moment, I know things are going to be okay. I think that was like, okay, I don't have to stress every hour. Like, is Biff really okay? Is he pretending? Is he being...
Yeah, I can't answer that one.
Not like dismissive, but like, oh yeah, I'm fine.
Like pushing it off.
Yeah.
Like brushing it off.
Right. Like, I'm not telling because I'm not here. I'm checked out.
Yeah, I also can't tell you that that's not what's happening. Because I think about it a lot where I'm just like...
Oh, I'm sure.
Am I just not... Am I still in shock? But you know what I mean?
All of it.
You know when you're in shock and it's kind of just like you don't know what you're feeling or how you're reacting or if anything's genuine. You're
like convincing yourself like things are going to be fine. It's
or fine. Things are fine, but am I just doing that because I'm not allowing myself to feel what I need to feel?
Fair question.
Do you know what I mean?
And I'm back to worrying about you.
Well, no, but like, I think about it in a way where it's just like my real reaction to all of this is everything will work out because it always does. And I really believe that. Any
believing it and feeling it in the moment are different. Yeah, I got that.
And anything that I faced, I have overcome. That's how I got where I am right now.
Absolutely.
So you know what? This is just part of the show. It's just part of the show. It's the part that fucking gets more audience. You know?
My circus.
Hello, monkeys.
Exactly, yes.
Let's just get into this shit, shall we?
Speaking of monkeys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, where did the monkeys? Sorry, I'm not following.
We have a new circus.
Okay. Yes, go on. Oh my God. The next one, the title has me screaming.
Good.
Are you ready? This one's by Stoya from April 8th, 2021. It is, my stupid face is about to ruin my sex life with my wife. My stupid face. What the fuck?
My stupid face is about to ruin my sex life?
I want to be in these, like, writers' heads when they fucking write this shit.
We're about to be.
Yeah. Are we ready?
Yep, sure are.
Dear how to do it. I love going down on my wife. She loves when I do. It's the most reliable way to get her over the edge or give me a break during intercourse. But for the last few years, she's been too sensitive for my face. My facial hair specifically, even when I'm freshly shaved. I'm capable of a very close shave. Having tried the usual cartridge razors, I usually use a double-edged safety razor, but even going against the grain with the straight razor leaves her raw, in parentheses, and me dealing with bumps and ingrown hairs for days after.
Hey.
I'm about ready to go for a chemical or laser hair removal unless you have any ideas. Too scruffy. Not at all where I thought this was going.
First of all, kudos to this man for like, I'll do whatever it takes.
Right.
To be able to go down on my wife.
Right.
Like.
To puff your muff.
Or to not puff your muff.
Whatever. It just needed to rhyme. I was really hoping this was like an orgasm face one.
I did think about that.
I really just wanted him to be like...
when he's about to finish, his face is like...
Like when my eyeballs pop out of my head and my tongue falls out of my mouth and wraps around my neck and chokes me, my wife can't stand me.
All of a sudden now she is no longer...
Right. She went bone dry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All I have to say is kudos to this man. Instead of just being like, well, don't know what to tell you.
Listen, you clearly... you're okay with doing it if you don't enjoy it, right? And you're worried about her satisfaction, and it gives you a break, as you said. So, yeah, maybe laser hair removal is an option. Do they make Nair for face?
They do.
Because that wouldn't leave that, you know what I mean? The hair is sharp, which is a reason why,
right?
She's getting irritated. So I'm wondering...
Or try a wax. I've seen
On
a
your
lot
face?
I've seen a lot of guys. Their whole head. Their head.
I've seen the head. I've never
face.
seen the face.
Oh, yeah.
Like a sugar wax or regular wax?
I don't know.
They both suck anyway.
Yeah. So what is the question?
He wants to know if there's any ideas, unless he goes for a chemical or a laser hair removal.
I'll try a wax first.
But having to do that so often, facial hair grows so fast.
True. I didn't think about that part.
Yeah. Or maybe just grow out the beard at that point. Maybe you can condition it and make it soft.
Huh.
I'm just thinking if it's long enough.
Is she not conditioning and making it soft enough?
Yeah. Also, there actually might be something with her being ultra sensitive too.
I was thinking about that because, well, I'm not.
This is just me being analytical. I don't know if it's a thing.
I'm just not gonna say.
No, go say it.
No, well, no. But yeah, I've never had that issue where it's like,
No,
your facial hair or your beard is like not worth the outcome. And not just that it's not worth, but just that like it wasn't so much that it's like this is becoming an issue. You know what I mean?
Has it been something that has been a barrier to finishing? Or is it something in general that's like a problem? I never thought of that being an issue because... All right, time for some real talk. Are you ready?
Great.
I've sat on a face or two, and I'm all for the stubble.
Yeah.
But I also don't have a vagina.
Well, that's pretty much what I was saying, less explicitly.
Oh.
Is that like it's...
Oh, what I got from that was like, if you have stubble, it's all right.
Yeah, it's never been an issue. It's never been something that was like, now I'm suffering afterwards.
Your face looked like you were suffering.
This is... Sorry, Dan.
He doesn't listen to this episode.
He listens to the most random parts. Okay.
He thinks we're raunchy.
He absolutely does.
And he is so right.
Yeah, I'm also not opposed to like make me bleed if you have to.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
So I
can't relate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's but yeah, maybe she's just super sensitive. And I know that happens for men too. Men have sensitivities that, may stop them from actually, like, for example, finishing in a partner. It's just the fact of the matter. We're all different.
I don't know, but I just literally, all I have to say is kudos to this guy.
Yeah. Hey, Stoya, how about a response?
Yeah.
Dear Scruffy, you mention a lot of different shaving options, but you don't mention whether you've tried growing your beard out past an inch in length. I'm fucking genius.
Yes,
Did you see my eyes just grow?
Yeah.
My eyes.
All right, because that's what I was looking at.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it's tame down here today, all right? Nothing lifting. Everything is suppressing so that we can sit here without trying to figure out where my underwear is.
You go get them, Jock.
Thank you. I understand beards aren't an option in some professions, but if they're possible for you and you haven't tried it, that's where I'd start. And I'm curious about your wife's pubic hair. Does she have any? I did think about this, like labia stubble. Can we talk about like vag stubble?
Sure.
Do you ever feel that? Is there...
Abso-friggin-lutely.
But in the sensitive areas, not just on the outside.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
It grows... It grows in
it's
more,
like no one's watching, Biff.
It grows in more areas than men may realize.
Okay. Does she have any? Is it also more than an inch in length? If not, and she's willing, pubic hair might provide a buffer between her sensitive vulvar tissues and your facial hair or stubble.
I can't do it.
Meanwhile, if you're using aftershave or any spicy, quote, spicy moisturizers, cut them out of your routine and go for a product meant for sensitive skin instead. What seems like a sensitivity to hair could be a sensitivity to manufactured chemicals or natural ingredients in products. Natural isn't always good. Cayenne is natural, and gastric acid is produced by our own bodies. You'll also want to consider what you eat beforehand. The aforementioned cayenne and other kinds of peppers, peppercorn, and garlic can all cause skin irritation. Brushing your teeth about half an hour before oral should suffice, but you'll want to skip any alcohol-heavy mouthwash. That's another common irritant. Has anyone ever Listerine'd and went down on your vagine?
No.
Oh, laser hair removal is a big step and can be painful, particularly if there's a bone, like your jaw, or a lot of veins close to the surface of the area being worked on. As an example, when I underwent laser treatment, my calves and thighs didn't hurt very much, but shins and kneecaps did. It takes several treatments spaced out over the course of a few months to remove most of the hair, and you'll have a certain patchy look during the process. You may also have some odd reactions. I developed pus-filled pimples around each hair stub in my groin and armpits as it worked its way out of my skin, which was pretty unsightly for a few weeks.
Yeah.
You're likely to have a few follicles still producing hair after the full course of treatments, which you'll probably want to shave or tweeze for aesthetics' sake. Do your research and make sure the laser being used is appropriate for your skin tone and hair color combination. Lastly, has your wife spoken to her gynecologist about this? If not, it seems wise to do so before you embark on a semi-permanent solution like laser hair removal.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
How the fuck were we supposed to answer that? An orgasm face, sure.
Right.
Wear a mask. But this?
Yeah.
Like the ghost-faced mask? Talk about stupid face.
I know. My answer was doggy style. Turn.
Just turn over. Next one. So this one is actually an older podcast. From what I've read, it doesn't exist anymore, but the responses are published on the New York Times. And it was the Dear Sugars podcast. Used to be two individuals, Steve Almond and Cheryl Strayed, that gave advice via audio like us, only probably professional, I'm assuming.
Are you saying we're not professional?
I'm totally offended by me.
Thank you. Because I am too. We're professional as fuck. I can't even say that word.
That's right.
Professional.
So Dear Sugars, they had a direct line through the New York Times, but I saw that they had a goodbye episode, so I'm guessing they're no longer in existence. But this one is called, or the name of the article is My Boyfriend's Gaining Weight, I Feel Shallow for Caring, which is kind of a trigger for me. You? I don't...
Nah.
No?
I like them big.
No, but I mean on the personal thing, like if somebody was kind of judging you.
Oh, I've definitely put in some weight since I've given birth, but I don't know that I would take it personally because I gave fucking birth.
Amen.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
my body did miraculous things. Now let me miraculously live.
I created a human. What the fuck did you do?
Right. That's perfect, actually. If you're listening,
yes,
and you're expecting or have had children, this is the attitude you need.
Yeah.
And if you can't get there,
keep listening.
Yeah, that's it.
We'll get you there.
I was going to say, call Biff.
Message me on Facebook.
That's right.
Even better. At illadvisedthepodcast.
I'm going to get into it. Ready?
Yeah.
Dear Sugars, I've been with my boyfriend for more than 2 years. At 31, I've been in a couple of long-term relationships before. This one is different. I love him to death, and he feels the same about me. I knew after a week that I wanted to marry him, and we have plans to get engaged soon.
How long have they been together?
More than 2 years. But they're planning to get engaged.
Okay.
What?
Maybe like it's just in their general, we're both on the same page and like know that the next step is to get engaged. Maybe not from the looks of your jaw on your
guess
chest.
Planning to get engaged is it's just redundant. You know what I mean? Like if you both agree that you're going to get married, then you're engaged.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said maybe
so are we
it's
planning
more
to
of like
post it on YouTube?
Maybe it's just more of like we had the conversation and
and I'm waiting for him to get on his knee.
Yeah, like we know that this is what's next.
Okay, sure.
That's where my brain went.
Okay, I like your brain.
Yeah, yours fell out of your mouth
mine's,
that time.
Mine's so analytical. I'm such an asshole.
I'm usually with you though. Sometimes.
Did I mention this is from 2017? So I hope you guys got married.
Oh, right.
Yes.
They're at least engaged, I'm sure.
Right. Well, maybe not, actually. Let's finish reading and find out what happens.
Very fair.
A few months ago, I went through a period of questioning. He'd put on some weight and his face looked different, and I wasn't feeling as attracted to him. I know how shallow that sounds, but I've always been told that physical attraction is important in a marriage. And I thought, if I'm not feeling attracted to him at 34, how am I going to feel when he's 54? I did some soul searching and realized the relationship was important to me. When I made the decision in my heart, my libido followed. I'm sorry, my libido.
My libidus.
I now find myself questioning our relationship again. His physical changes have gotten more pronounced. It seems like a questionable choice to commit to someone if I'm not sure of my attraction to him. I've been told by friends that I have a tendency to sabotage myself. Oh, shit.
Plot twist.
Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. I've been told by my friends that I have a tendency to sabotage myself, that deep down I don't feel like I deserve happiness. And subconsciously, I swear to God I didn't pick this.
You literally did, though.
But I didn't pick this. I didn't read it.
We didn't get that part. Right.
That deep down, I don't feel like I deserve happiness and subconsciously make choices to ensure I don't get it. I've struggled with depression my whole life, so if my brain was playing tricks on me, it wouldn't be out of the blue. Could this be self-sabotage? Because being madly in love with someone for more than 2 years and then backing away because he's put on a few pounds sure sounds like I'm either a terrible person or I have some issues. Scared to choose wrong.
This is really good.
I am this person.
I am the one that put on a few pounds. Just kidding.
Do you want to plan to get married?
I'm just kidding. Can we plan to get engaged first?
At 40?
I mean, like...
At 40.
40-year plan.
Right.
40-year engagement plan.
Shit. We're so fucked at the rate that we're going. You're not getting one.
I still want a ring.
Goodbye yourself.
So me and Biff, little sidebar.
All of our sidebars
when we were like
big.
21.
Was 18, it 21?
I don't... Probably.
We were that young, though.
We made a 40-year pact that if by the age 40 we were both not married or like in the process of, getting married, we would just marry each other. And he still thinks to this day
that there's hope.
That he's... Well, that too.
Oh my God. I try so hard.
But what I was going with is that he doesn't think he has to buy me a ring.
No.
This was an agreement. Exactly.
It was a pact. I didn't agree to get on one knee and spend thousands on you.
Oh, nobody said that.
Fine, I'll get one out of a 25-cent machine.
As long as it doesn't turn my finger green.
Sold.
Okay.
Now I'm done bitching about it.
Okay.
We never came to this conclusion before.
Same. I'll never bring it up again.
I'm going to the piercing pagoda in the mall.
As long as it's cute and doesn't turn my finger green, I'm fucking fine.
We're not doing diamonds either.
My issue is that you just weren't going to buy me a ring.
Oh.
For our fucking wedding.
What did we say the last episode? Cock rings? We do.
There's a ring on his dick.
There's a ring on his dick. That's what it was.
There's a ring on his dick.
That's it. We'll put one on yours.
I'll put a ring on your dick.
No, don't. No, you won't. It's peeling.
Also, I won't go anywhere near your dick.
Don't go near it.
Super awkward. But I still want a ring on my finger.
I now pronounce you husband and wife, and we fucking high five.
Literally high five, fist bump.
Like Jenny.
Bro.
Me? Oh my God. This sidebar could go on forever, but I'm just going to tell you that video.
Is it the Jewish wedding where they smash the glass?
Yeah.
We'll just be Jews for a day.
Mazel tov.
Yeah.
Right?
L'chaim.
L'chaim. That's it.
No, we just step on a thing of glass. And
it's the guy that does it.
Well, then you step on a thing of glass.
All right, you buy me glass, I'll buy you a ring, and we're golden.
Deal. I'm just going to use your fucking engraved wine glass.
But we're supposed to drink out of those.
I'm going to keep mine. I'm just going to step on yours.
Oh my God. Oh. And that's how you handle this situation.
And that
Let's read the response. Oh my God.
Okay, back to topic.
Yes. I'm putting on a couple pounds.
This is really huge because I feel like it's not only obviously super valid, but it's really, am I genuinely not feeling attracted? Because that's a thing.
That is
people gaining weight in a relationship and one becoming not as attracted. That's a real thing.
Shallow as it is, or as it may sound.
I don't think it's shallow. Because if you had met this person at this weight, would you still, you know what I mean?
Well, then on the other side of things is knowing that things change for people generally. Their weight, their appetite, their
Of course.
I think
life happens.
That idea is more
Weight
prevalent now
happens.
than it was.
But I just don't want to discredit that.
Attraction matters.
Yes.
Yes. There has to be an attraction
there.
there.
Looking one way and it becomes a great enough difference for you. You know what I mean?
Well, then I see that as falling out of love because...
Well, this person was still very much wanting to
right.
be, you know? Mm-hmm. So I think this is really mind-fucking me right now.
Yeah.
Because they mentioned...
You look so mind-fucked right now.
My brain is just
Do your eyebrows go higher?
If I draw them that way. No, but like, you know, they mentioned struggling with depression and self-sabotaging and like, those
That's
are also very real.
That hit me.
That's huge and very
Because
real.
of everything now.
Right.
Right.
But then there's also the very legitimate factor that like they call getting comfortable in a relationship, right? Like that's a thing. Mm-hmm. Meaning...
It's true. Well, you kind of let go. It doesn't mean necessarily your weight, but it just you let go
in general,
of
right?
And your inhibitions come down.
My daughter's father was busting my balls this morning because my legs.
Because what?
My
your
legs look like your legs. Right? I haven't shaved in like a month. You know what I mean? Like these are the things that like, as little as they are, they eventually, you know, they can like. Okay, well, you know, I don't love that. If I met you and your leg hairs I could braid, you know, we probably wouldn't have went on a second date type of thing.
That's true.
Right? So like it's a thing.
Yeah.
Attraction's a thing. And it's a
physical
big thing.
Physical does matter, but it's like I guess it's the weight that you put on it too. Everyone's different. But I can see what you're saying.
Well, this for me sounded super sincere, like I'm trying really hard to like not feel this way.
So now hold on to that because to me it sounded like she convinced herself to get over it and then it came back around. And that to me sounds like self-sabotage.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought the opposite.
No, to me
I thought that sounded like I'm trying really hard to get over this, but it just is what it is. And like,
well, then she says that he put on more afterwards.
Right.
After she got over
Which
it.
was more significant to her.
It was more pronounced.
Right. See,
I don't know. I think that topic of self-sabotage, it's a really old issue for me that apparently I don't ever shake, no matter how many years of therapy. But I think that really resonated with me because this is stuff I found myself zeroing in on. Mm-hmm. You know, like, oh, I never realized his nose looked like that, or I never realized his lip did that. Or like you, when you were younger, you'd be like, oh, he's hot, he's sweet, everything's great. One side of his lip looks like it might be a little higher than the other.
Or I'd wake up in the morning next to him without a hat on.
Without a hat on.
Talk to him again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those things are trivial. My advice is to go with your emotion. Just follow what your heart's telling you to do. And if you don't know what your heart is and you can't differentiate, then do some soul searching and find somebody that's going to help you get to where you need to get. Because it could be very well that it's something you can't look past. And it's something that you can't help, right? Attraction is involuntary.
Right.
Right?
Absolutely.
We can agree on that.
Absolutely.
So.
But it's also an important aspect.
Right. What is not fair is asking the other person to change for you. You look so conflicted. No,
not at all. I 100% agree with that. Yeah. My kind of hit a little light bulb where...
that was a light bulb?
Yeah. My brain just spiderwebbed off into a million different places when you said that. Wow. That was the look you just saw. Anyways.
What? 20 years later? And I'm finally seeing a light bulb go off and that's what it looks like?
Wow.
I'm sorry. I was just kidding. That was a chandelier, not a light bulb. That look on your face.
Anyways, do we bring this up to our significant other?
That's a really good question.
That's why the face that I had was the face that I had.
No.
Do you bring that up?
Because it's not their problem.
Is it?
No. People will make changes to themselves in their personal body, who they are, mentally, intellectually, etc., when they are ready to do it, not because someone else told them. And if you do it because someone else told you to do it or hinted that it would be better,
do we bring
resentment.
up, hey, I'm feeling less attracted? Not like, hey,
lose weight.
You've gained some pounds.
I'm feeling less attracted.
Do we bring up like, hey?
That's a really, really tough spot. What would you do?
I don't fucking know. Also, it's hard for me because I prefer bigger boys. So
that's true.
I just, in all honesty, every time I see pictures of like people who have done like dramatic weight loss things, I always
go on, tread lightly, asshole.
I just genuinely find them
not as
like super attractive when they were bigger.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like for me, it's like, well, kudos to you, but I don't think you know what I mean? Like you still look good to me. So for me, it's like, that's not. So maybe for me, if I looked at the situations differently, like reverse, like lost 130 pounds and now all of a sudden like you're like this little skinny ripped guy. And that for me, I'd be like, I'm not as attracted as when you were, 230 pounds. So I don't know. Do you bring that up? I would be devastated if my boyfriend was like...
I think I would be anxiety-ridden if someone told me, like...
That would be a super blow to the self-esteem.
I'm not as in love as I was. Like, don't be surprised if he just breaks up with you.
That's a super blow to the self-esteem. Also, don't be surprised if he gains even more weight because now he's depressed and miserable.
Like, imagine a guy being like, I can't date you anymore because you're too fat.
Yeah, I know.
First of all, I'm on it. Like, I got knives. Yeah. I almost bought a whole set of knives this weekend, but I don't have a house yet, so I didn't. But they were the expensive kind with really good fucking sharpened
To cut him
blades.
for saying that to me?
What?
To cut him for saying that to me?
Yeah. Right at the Achilles tendon, because bitch, you're not running, because I'm going to hit you good.
Because we're Dexter around these parts. You ain't going nowhere.
You ain't going
Let me get
nowhere.
my fucking tinfoil.
Your tinfoil?
Plastic wrap.
They're in the same drawer.
So it's funny because I was like aluminum foil and I was like, no, that's wrong. Tinfoil. That's so wrong.
Oh my God. It's
My
so
brain.
wrong.
But so then if I definitely can probably agree to like not tell them that you specifically are feeling this way because of their new appearance. But how do you fucking approach that situation?
I really don't know. As somebody
beating
who has
around
been,
the bush is like super unfair.
when someone looks at me and goes like, it looks like you gained a centimeter in your eyelid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like very like, shut the fuck up and stop breathing. Mm-hmm. So
offended, insecure. Yeah.
How do you reach that?
But also,
especially when it's not
like,
popular opinion. Let's put that out there too.
Yeah, but this also isn't just like, oh my God, I'd never date you. You're too fat. This is like, we're planning on fucking getting married. And like, I'm having these feelings that I don't want to have, first of all. Like, I think that's important that they're like, I don't want to fucking I don't want to feel like that. But also, like,
I feel like love pales in comparison. I probably shouldn't, but I feel like love pales in comparison. It feels to me like you're looking for a way out.
I disagree.
But I can't believe that this just hit me right now. But I was in a relationship. What? No.
You just got a chandelier, you mean?
No, this was a light bulb.
Oh, my.
I didn't spiderweb.
I shine bright like chandeliers.
Yeah, that's right. You're just brilliant, my friend.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. No, I never thought that this could be... Actually, no, I did, because I was very vocal about this. My ex, I used to tell him all the time, like, you don't care about your health. Like, you don't care about any of it. Like, you've put on a lot of weight. But for me, and I told him, I was like...
the weight or the appearance.
I'm not afraid. I don't care about what you look like. I'm worried about your health.
Your health, yeah. That's also valid.
That's huge. To me, that's huge. Because just, I've been there.
Right. You've done a major transformation.
Huge. So I'm like... And I'm going to take kudos for that because I'm still working on it.
Well, yeah.
40 million years later. Right.
You have us convinced.
Thank you so much. So for me, that was like, I guess it felt safe for me to say it, but looking back, it still didn't make him feel better.
It still probably was hurtful.
Yeah, and I'm sorry.
Like, now that
I'm so sorry.
not only are you calling me fat, but telling me I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Yeah. No, I'm so sorry. I never meant it that way. I can't believe I never
came from a
connected
place
that.
of love. Yeah.
I was literally worried about your health. I saw you eating, over consuming. I did see, but I also did see behavioral health issues. Underlying behavioral health issues that I, encouraged him to get help for.
Right.
And he did. Definitely not because of me, but.
Well, yeah, people are usually aware of their.
Yeah, you make a choice.
Their
right?
habits, yeah.
But I never thought.
So ultimately, are we just pretty much saying that, like, it's not our place or business or.
I feel like it's a cop-out for us to do that, though. Like.
A cop-out from what, though?
No, for us, as, like, the advice givers. Well,
that's why I'm asking, do we approach it? Do we beat around the bush? Do we give
beating around the bush never helped anyone ever,
me.
No matter how much we still do it.
But wouldn't you rather it's not you, it's me versus it's not me, it's your fat ass, right? Like,
yes, but at the same time, as somebody
so not only am I
who
getting
can't accept
dumped,
it's not you, it's me,
I'm also now being fucking ridiculed because Yeah. So I already was aware that I was gaining weight. Now you're confirming that you're also aware that I was gaining weight, which I also was aware of. But now you're telling me that now we're breaking up.
Well, okay, so you kind of
like, how do you
lit a chandelier in me.
Yes, chandelier.
I'm CIAing the fuck out of this one, and I'm swinging. But maybe that, yeah. But what I'm thinking is, maybe it's not about beating around the bush, and maybe it's about finding an underlying cause. You know what I mean? Like
I'm worried about your health.
No.
So,
but great one. No, just kidding. No. See if there's a pattern that's changed. See if there's something. Are they depressed? Are they?
Is this in the middle of the fucking coronavirus?
Right. Which in this one it definitely isn't because it's 2017.
Oh,
but.
Right. Depression is a huge cause for weight gain.
Depression is a huge contribution. Severe anxiety disorder, which I think every fucking American needs to get medication for, period. I don't care who you are. Smoke weed or get medication.
So don't smoke weed because it ultimately makes it worse.
That's true. That's right. That's a long-term thing, right?
You'll need a medication after you.
You'll need medication for your medication. Right. And thus the burnout was born.
Yeah, maybe. No, but I think you're on a really good track because maybe we can shift our feelings towards it with being more understanding.
Well, would you be like, you're losing weight? Are you depressed?
Yeah, I have a close friend that I said, you're losing significant amounts of weight. Is everything okay?
Oh, is this like a fucking, like, am I losing significant amount of weight and I didn't hear you tell me?
No. No, not you. But no, I think this could be really huge because if we can take a step back and look and see, like, hey,
you're such a bitch. It was me.
No, it wasn't.
Thank you. I look great.
No, it wasn't.
I'm just totally kidding.
I'd say their name, but
no, don't do that.
I think it's a little bit too soon. But no, that was a really great. I think we found our answer. Is we need to step back and look at different patterns.
There's a bigger picture than just what you like.
Why is this weight gain happening? So then you can kind of shift from the, oh my God, he's fat, I'm not attracted anymore, to like, oh my God, what if something's really wrong? What if he's really depressed? What if there's something major in his life going on that I'm missing? Because that all I'm seeing is the weight gain and not what's causing the weight gain. I feel like, normal, healthy, everyday people don't just gain, especially significant amounts like they stated. Right. So I think that's a really great, I think it would help me to like feel less like, oh my God, I'm not attracted. He's bigger, he looks different. And it would shift more to like, I love this person. Like, is there something I can help or like support or love him through type of thing?
Right.
So I think that was really great.
Okay, so let's then devil's advocate the fuck out of this and flip it. Does she need to step back and look at her own life changes and choices to see where she is? And maybe she's looking for a way out because either A, there is self-sabotage to be considered, or B, because she really isn't in love and she's looking for a way to, an excuse out. And this is the only thing she can come up with.
Do you think they would have specified, like, I don't know if I'm in love, or like maybe I'm not as in love as I thought I would have?
Well, she did because she said she talked herself back into it.
I guess that part didn't jump out at me.
Yeah.
Oh, she talked herself back into it after the first time, and then he put on more weight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I did some soul searching and realized that my relationship was important to me. When I made that decision in my heart, my libido followed. So she was all like, "Oh, look,
I do still.
The plumbing is broken.
Right.
Can someone please fix it?
Someone without a plumber's crack." And then it was fixed.
Can you give me your wrench?
And then the plumber's crack returned in full force.
We're going to go on this forever.
And
this metaphor is terrible.
Now she's back into the...
Oh no, my plumbing is broken.
Right.
Yeah, this can go both ways.
I mean, I think that just the fact that she's aware that like she self-sabotages is a good sign. I mean,
I think that's the first thing to address, to be honest. If you're addressing it, if you're pointing it out that self-sabotage is a thing for you and you think that you might be doing that, that's the first thing to tackle.
Yeah.
Right?
I like that. Mm-hmm.
You need to tackle that first. You need to, I hate that I say this a lot, but I really think this is for everyone. Therapy. Honestly, find out. Like recently, my therapist said to me, "Why is Ray so afraid to be happy?" And I just didn't defend myself. I didn't come up with a reason.
Right.
I just said, right.
Well, Doc, that's why I'm here.
Right? Well, no.
You motherfucking tell me.
I guess I knew it, but it takes somebody else pointing that out to you to realize. Yeah.
Yeah. Always.
So, and that's probably what the case is here. You know, why are you so afraid to be happy?
Yeah. Well, that's why I said that. Like, this is a really difficult one because what you're saying, but also, like, it really is a thing that, like, you really can lose attraction for somebody that genuinely affects the whole dynamic.
You know I know that there's this whole movement for, like, let's not fat shame people. Let's not this, let's not that. And I agree. We shouldn't. We shouldn't shame people for who they are, period. But we also shouldn't shame people for feeling the way that they feel. You don't control how you feel.
Right.
You know what I mean? You feel how you feel, and it's up to you how you take action with that. You know, if someone feels a certain way and they start fat shaming people, then that's the wrong way to do it.
Right. Like if I'm not attracted to blondes, I'm just not going to date blondes. I'm not going to give all the blondes a fucking...
Now you're dating a brunette.
Thrashing.
And then she decided she was going to go match blonde from a box.
Right.
Sorry, Mom. What do you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't.
Oh, I like you better as a brunette. Sure, maybe you can throw that opinion in there somewhere. But it doesn't mean she's going to go back.
Right.
And are you going to leave her?
Right.
Or him?
But also, it's not your fault for not being attracted to blondes.
Right.
It's definitely a rock and a hard place. Because you feel how you feel, and that's not wrong. But there's also something else that you're aware of that, like, maybe that's not it.
Right. So
fucking tricky.
We can sit on this one back and forth for a very long time. Especially, I mean, we just had 500-hour conversations out there about everything else. This is our life. Like, you guys think that we do this podcast and it's like putting us out, but really what it's doing.
Well, we don't really know if you think that.
No, but I think that you think that.
We're assuming.
Like, and the reality is that this is like regular conversation for us.
This is why we started this. Yeah. Because it was like, we're just going to take what we fucking do.
And just do it.
Just do it in front of a microphone.
Right.
And call it something.
And Steph's other than like, I'm close to the microphone, I'm far from the microphone, I'm close from the microphone, I'm far from the microphone.
Yeah, because my back hurts.
Yeah, mine too.
We need different stools. Also, I have a fucking broken stool. Thank you very much.
I didn't break it.
I know. I did. That's why I'm still sitting in it.
So the response to this is a back-to-back. So it's two people, and it's actually not as long as I thought it was, Biff. It's two people.
It's probably way shorter than ours.
Having a dialogue. Oh, yeah, totally. So it's Steve and Cheryl. I'll try to specify.
Sterile.
Aw. Sterile. Okay.
Why was that a
I don't know. Because they're gone. They said goodbye.
Oh, okay.
I guess they did go sterile.
Aw. Advice by Jessica Stoya.
Jessica.
Jess, I want to cheat on my husband, but I'm not sure how. Do I pretend I'm single?
Yeah. Go on.
This is a typical story. I'm a middle-aged woman in a long-term marriage with no sex. I'm intrigued at how often the narrative is, quote unquote, women never want it, when all the women I know are dying for it, and none of the men are interested. In any case, in my long-term marriage, there's been no cheating, but our sex drives have never matched. He has been non-existent for over 15 years. Okay.
Wow.
I know, overcame years of social programming and learned to take care of myself. I feel like I'm living with a roommate, not a husband. He is not capable of emotional intimacy. He is not a monster or a horrible person, but I've been quite blunt with him. If he can't be there for me sexually, I need physical and emotional intimacy. He thinks chaste kisses. What's chaste? Google it. He thinks chaste kisses and an occasional hug should cover it. He kisses me like a family member, not a wife. I am tempted to have an affair and have told him that as well. Not to be horrible, but tearfully, like, I can't go on this way. I do love my husband. It just feels like I've wasted a ton of my life. There are no guarantees anyone would ever be interested in me anymore. And another marriage isn't what I'm after. I think I just want an affair. But how does one go about it? Then I just feel like a horrible person for thinking about it. Do you have any suggestions for how to make self-satisfaction enough? Do I pretend I'm single I don't yearn
self what?
Satisfaction.
I needed to.
What did I say?
Satisfaction. That's a.
I would have never, if you didn't point that out.
I just didn't. I wanted to make sure there was a word I've never heard of.
It sounded right, though.
It did. It
I
totally
wouldn't
did.
have ever known if you didn't. Satification.
I'm satificated.
It sounds satificated. Yeah, she should go with Karen's husband.
Yes.
The sex addict.
Yep.
And be
Give it to me.
self-satificated. Do I just pretend I'm single so I don't yearn for more? Am I crazy to think anyone would find a woman in her 50s desirable? Most men who still have a sex drive in my age range want 20-year-olds. Signed, not ready for the home.
She's not ready for the home. The nursing home.
Oh. It's a nursing home. Biff?
Can you please go first?
I think it says a lot that she has like repeatedly cried to her husband saying like, I can't keep doing this, and she's still doing this. So
Okay.
my like less therapized half is like screaming like, you fucking
Cut him.
told him, so go motherfucking cheat. And then the other part of me is like, divorce him, so you ain't cheating.
So that's where I'm going.
Right. But she's also in her 50s and not wanting to start over. She said, I don't want another marriage. I'm not like, she literally said, I just want an affair. Like, I just want my physical needs met.
So tell him you're going to go and have an affair.
Well, to her, she feels like she did.
No, she needs to just be blunt.
Yeah, I agree.
So asking this question implies that she feels some sort of guilt feeling this. You know what I mean? Like, she's asking this question because she wants to be justified in her action.
She kind of asked in a way like, how do I go cheat on my husband?
Right.
Do I pretend I'm single?
But she also asked toward the end,
self-satisfaction.
How she self-satisficated herself.
Do I just pretend I'm single so I don't yearn for more while staying married? That part?
There's just something about being true to herself. I feel like she asked this question because either she wants to be justified, she wants somebody to qualify how she feels.
Right.
Or she legitimately feels a certain way. Honestly, if you ask me, I feel like she already tried it. Or is
I feel like she may have mentioned
on the verge of.
She's obviously on the verge of.
Well,
that's why she's here, Dingo.
Yes, thank you.
She said, I am tempted to have an affair and have told them that.
So she straight out told him.
No, because she said not in a, not to be horrible, but like tearfully, like I can't go on this way.
Then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If this has been like persistent or.
This whole question is a fucking liability for any advice columnist, period. I'm just thinking of like you ruined my marriage and I'm going to fucking shoot you. Okay, should we answer just the question, how do I cheat on him? You don't have to say anything. Act like you're single. Swipe left or right. But it's not going to stop there. Yeah, it's not going to stop at one affair.
Well, she said, do you have any suggestions for how to... Oh, not that part. Self-certification. Do I just pretend I'm single so I don't yearn for more while staying married? Am I crazy to think anyone would find a woman in her 50s desirable if I go another way? So I think she's asking, like, how do I survive in a sexless marriage without cheating? And or if I do cheat, how do I go cheat?
Right. I honestly...
She sounds zero. Part of her is like
she
interested and or willing to break up her marriage.
Right. Which you're unhappy in a marriage. That's the first thing you should address.
In her 50s and feels like she's not ever going to be able to start over, which is horse malarkey.
It is, and I hate that you said horse malarkey.
I was hoping you would repeat it.
I want to fucking cut you. It is pony shit. This is like the question asks the columnist or us because they're not asking us, but we're asserting our what is it? Our
what's toes nuts?
Yep.
Our certification.
Our certification. And this one's hard. It's asking us to put our moral integrity aside. You know what I mean? But morals are another social construct, and
yeah, morals are like opinions.
Ask him to open a relationship and tell him you're going to cheat on him. Tell him you're not giving it to me. But I mean, like, just be like, I'm going out. I'm having an affair. This is it. And maybe he'll just laugh at her. But when she gets caught, she'll be like, I told you.
She literally said, I'm tempted to have an affair and have told him that as well.
Then tell him you're going to.
Then
not that you're just tempted. Tell him you're going to.
Then go get penetrated.
We have needs.
Go get pegged.
We have needs. And this is across the board. I don't care what gender or not gender that you ascribe to. We all have needs. And we fall into these partnerships because they fulfill a certain need. And at one point, I'm willing to bet that the sex was great and it was a thing.
No,
and now,
she
after
said
15
we've
years,
never had matching sex drives.
I don't even know why she married him.
Thank you.
I don't even know.
Same. Cheat.
I need somebody that's like ready twice a minute. Right?
We're soulmates.
Great. Too bad our fucking puzzle pieces don't fit.
Okay, jigsaw.
Fucking jigsaw puzzle.
No, you got the jumbo pieces. I'm the jigsaw puzzle.
Fuck you.
All 70 million parts of me. You're just a wombo puzzle. He, she, we, wombo.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's great. You fucking guys.
This is going to be this funny to anyone who really knows us. For the rest of you listeners.
Or anyone who gets wombo. I feel like anyone should get wombo.
Wombo's always good no matter what.
I don't care how old you are. If you have kids or if you were a kid, you know wombo.
Or if you're a single 30-something-year-old roommate like Alec, he wombos.
Wombology.
Wombifatication.
The science of wombo? It's first grade. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I don't have any official advice to this. Just tell him you're going to cheat and then just do it if you really want to. If you
well, that's where I keep kind of going back to, is that the fact that she's crying to him, she's pleaded, she says she flat out told him that, like, she's tempted to have an affair and he's not changing. So
she's, I guess my other side of this is he is going to use that. I'm not going to say he's well within his right. I want to say that only to justify what I'm about to say, but it's not true. Because she's tried addressing the issue with him. I think he could use that as a basis to terminating the relationship, and she's just at square one. You know what I mean? I really think this can go either way. I say get the divorce and go out and act like you're single, and you find every fucking jackrabbit you can find.
Part of
I know.
Question.
Go get a divorce.
I think that's trying to
what
do
she's
everything
trying to
but
avoid.
Yeah.
Nope. Get a divorce.
Hey, I say if you
file for divorce, roll up that fucking divorce decree, and go to town on yourself with it. Make sure you use food because it's paper.
Talk about satification.
Crass satification. Don't rub the words off. You need them.
Do what you gotta do. That's it. That's all I gotta say. Do what you gotta fucking do.
Biff, can we just cut to the response on this?
We are.
Oh, thank you.
You're not ready. One thing that the archives of this column make clear is that people of all ages begin learning how their bodies work or exploring their sexualities.
Self-satification. Self-sexual satification.
For all sorts of reasons. Some people start in their teens, others in their 60s, and most somewhere in between. You are right there. There's no guarantees anyone would be interested in you, which is a potential pitfall of any age. Jesus. Debbie Downer. Sometimes we find the partner or partners we're looking for quickly, and other times it takes several dates and a lot of time. I reached out to Cindy Gallup, founder of Make Love Not Porn, and infamous in sexuality spaces, for her 2009 TED Talk, where she discusses the effect online porn has had on young people. Information she gleaned from having sex with lots of younger men, for her take. What the fuck? As for how to do it, revisit that hard conversation with your husband and tell him that you need something to change. He's had the opportunity to give you the intimacy and desire that you've communicated you need in your relationship, and he hasn't delivered. Tell him that you are open to opening the relationship or divorcing, but the marriage can't continue as it is. Good luck. That was a fucking garbage answer because she already did that. Do what you gotta do, sis. Period.
The only thing I'm saying is, like, before she said she was tempted, now she can say, I'm going to. Just to absolve herself of any mental whatever. And then act as if you're single. Because sexually, you're on your own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally. Self-satification, everything.
Yeah, satificate this, bitch. Like, I can't.
Self-satificate.
It's just whatever. I don't advocate cheating, but I also.
No, but when you're in 50-year-old sexless marriage. Jesus, you've been ill-advised.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening. We're pretty.
Yeah, go to TED Talk.
Yes. Cindy Gallup, Make Love Not Porn. Which actually I looked up already. And I'm excited to look into it.
Yeah. For the love of Mary.
Yes. You know, it was just, that question was essentially what you were telling me not to say, and I'm like, no. We're going away from implying. Now we're just going to, like, I'm going to fucking cheat. Here's the time and date.
Right.
I'll bring you a receipt.
Right.
You're going to need a DNA kit. You are not the father.
Don't worry, I won't ask for child support.
That's all I got. Anything from you on that? Or are you just there?
Just do it.
Yeah.
Whatever
Nike the fuck out of life.
Yeah, whatever it may be, do it.
So I have the last.
Best place to buy quality pre-owned knives.
I should have seen that coming. I'm a chef.
cuttingedge.com with American flag at the top and everything.
Oh.
We sell pre-owned knives on consignment from knife owners like you. These knives include quality using knives, older, hard-to-find discontinued knives, as well as handmade knives from various knife makers.
All knives.
These are not cooking knives.
Some of them are.
Arkansas made Wilderness.
Oh,
$300.
No.
Oh, look at the chode ratchet.
Is that what it's called?
No, saber. But it looks like a chode. This one definitely looks like a chode. These are not cooking knives, Biff.
Okay, well.
Is this site legal? I don't think it is for Massachusetts.
I actually think it might be.
Well, I thought blade had to be the length of your palm.
Everyone's palm
For
is
it to be
different, so that
legal.
can't be the legal word.
Right, but you can't own a knife bigger than your palm. If a cop stopped you and you had a pocket knife and the blade was bigger than your palm, then it's not legal.
When you read law, it's very finite. Like, there's a hard stop. So to me, even though there's a law open to interpretation, let me say, there's a hard stop. So to me, when I think about how it's written legally, there would be like either a maximum or there would be like a length, you know what I mean? Which is essentially a maximum, so it doesn't matter. But there would be a maximum. You can't have...
Right, your palm.
That doesn't work.
Yeah, because I can't own a knife bigger than my palm.
But that leaves room for interpretation about what a palm is. Where does it begin? Where does it end? This way?
No, because I think it specifies your palm, the owner's palm.
I don't think, just my experience with law, I don't think that your palm or owner's palm would be written in there unless it was 1882.
How often do we change laws around here in Massachusetts?
Every November when we vote for them.
God damn it. I can't even take that back.
Okay.
Because I'm not
this
person.
Doing good. Doing great.
Longer than 1/2 inches. Restricted knives, stilettos, daggers, double-edged knives, ballistic knives, automatic knives with a blade longer than 1 1/2 inches.
Of what?
And any device which enables a knife with a locking blade to be drawn at a locked position. These items are also referred to as per se dangerous weapons.
So 1 1/2 inches, period. Or no, 1/2 inches.
Longer than 1.5 inches are illegal to carry.
Our palms are way longer than the 1 1/2 inches. Are you literally looking at your hand wondering if your hand is definitely...
Not this way.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Okay. These were really good questions. Is that all we have this week?
That is.
That is, huh?
That is.
We'd give you more, but we're all out of shit. But in the meantime, why don't you catch up on all of our episodes at illadvisedthepodcast.com or send us your questions, your comments, and all of your concerns to illadvisedthepodcast@gmail.com.
And drinks.
And drinks. I always forget the drinks. Why?
Because
send us your drinks. All of them. Your combinations, your wines, your beers, we're open.
we are open.
We're
open.
not
open in relationships, but we are open to drinks.
Right. And my legs are clearly closed right now. Yours too. So
yes.
Drinks only.
Drinks only.
Drinks only.
Unless you have great dick pics.
And where else can they find us, Biff?
On social media.
Oh, word.
So you can find our reels on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at illadvised the podcast.
You guys are wonderful. You're beautiful. Everything about you is great.
Send us all the dick pics.
And your knife shouldn't be any longer than 1 1/2 inches. And thank you for listening.
You've been ill-advised.
Ill Advised is hosted and produced by Stephanie and Ray.
AKA your Biffs.
Send us your questions, your comments, all of your concerns
And your drink recommendations
to illadvisedthepodcast@gmail.com. You can catch up on all of our episodes and our show notes at illadvisedthepodcast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at illadvisedthepodcast. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen.
You've been ill-advised.